Hello, welcome. I'm gonna make sure everything's working all right before we get started. No, it's been a bit. Glad to be back here. Yeah, I think I can even. Okay. Oh, it's come kind of a little bit. Okay, I think it's a little bit better, right? Hopefully. Okay, I think we're good with that. Yeah, welcome to the stream. I know it's been a bit. I know it's been just a bit since I've streaming specifically sound design stuff or technical sound design stuff. Honestly, kind of a bit of a rut with trying to figure out what to do personally right now. But that's okay. I think today I'm just gonna kind of experiment a little bit and kind of see if I can get some inspiration from maybe from my old projects. Maybe visit the old audio implementation jungle. I know I haven't really touched that in a bit, but we should definitely touch it back and see what. I might also look at. We're gonna take a look at some of the free marketplace stuff in Unreal as well. That type. Yeah, no, it's been a bit. We're gonna do some. Let's take a look at Unreal and take a look at some of the free marketplace stuff and see if there's anything I can use. There's a couple environments I think I can for this. But also I'm going to take a look at the audio implementation jungle, kind of see if there's anything I can expand upon there. We will also we will get back to the audio inventory system as well, of course. I'm still working on that video. I know it's been a while. Yeah. I guess recent things that I also kind of catch up on is I'll be attending the the Game Developer of Color Expo coming up soon. I will not be at GSC, which is Game Sound Con. I will reserve that for GDC. I was also working on a big contract for a couple months. I recently just got off of that contract, so that's why I also kind of not been streaming too much. Or if I was streaming, it was also just League, some games. So yeah. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. I'm creating a project for myself so we can open up some of the free marketplace assets. While that's opening, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show the marketplace first. You guys can kind of see what's for free. And also it's going to help me a lot because it's going to kind of show me maybe things I've done. If you don't know, when I was learning Unreal and learning how to implement a lot of things, I actually used a lot of Unreal projects or free like assets, I should say, that I could use to actually create worlds. Like so these are the free things that are free to get from the marketplace this month. It's a dungeon pack, so I'm assuming this is a bunch of different assets and props that you can add into your own level and use. Yeah, so there's plenty of assets that you can use. I personally usually don't get the props very often unless I'm trying to build like a specific project. Or like, so for instance, I did get some props one time for my audio inventory jungle because that required I got the little shoot signs for free. So it was like a bunch of like targets that I was able to use for my shooting gallery that I did in that project, which I'll open up later in a second here. And then we have another looks like a modular Asian medieval city. Pretty much this is just most likely more environments and props that you can use to create the level, which are again very good. Kind of create a nice landscape you can add sounds to, or even if you just want to maybe that's one thing I also consider doing, making like a environment level where I just have sound interacting with different things. Maybe there's like a shop I can add some, you know, market music to. I can, make certain areas sound different, use some like real time parameter controls and wise maybe, or even with meta sounds, either one. I could consider doing that there. And this is another, looks like it's a little bundle. We have some materials, some um, landscapes, grass buildings, and it looks like there's also an environment pack. I'm going to open this one up in a second here and see if we can take a look at that, because this one looks very interesting to do. Oop. Uh-oh. There you go. Okay. Ignore my to-do list. Personal to-do list. It's not really personal here. Okay. And anyways, yeah, so it looks like we have this pack. Oh, there's actually here. Oh, so there's an Undercity, and then there's also like a Wonderland going on there. So yeah, I'll definitely want to take a look at that and see what we can do with that there. Oh, I'm gonna add that real quick to a project. Okay, we're gonna allow that to add to it, so we can take a look at that one. That might be something nice I would like to do. Can't really click away right now. Lastly, we have two more things. We have some modular skeleton knights. These look like just like some modular parts and player models you can use. Um, Might be able, yeah, you can rig them as well. Rig them to the epic skeleton, of course. They're not animated, so you have to animate it yourself if you want to animate. But personally, as an audio person, I'm more just concerned about being able to use something to maybe represent any character I might need, if that makes sense. And lastly, we have the nice RPG template. These are pretty good. A couple of different systems that it offers you to be able to use. That you could possibly use to make your kind of own little game. Specific characters or the content. This actually might be nice to also maybe do, um, especially for the audio inventory system that I was working on. Um, and there's an item management system. So the combination of that, I could take a look at that and see how I can use it for my own little projects and how I can expand upon it with the audio. And because we already have the audio inventory part of it, right? So whenever I pick up a weapon, it triggers whatever meta sounds that needs to be played as the player's holding that item or equip that item on. But being able to have another item system where I'm like, okay, well now I can pick up multiple weapons. And now I just have to learn. Now I just have to set up how can I make an audio system trigger and mix multiple Foley sounds for different weapons, like how God of War does it. So that actually might be something nice to take a look at too. So maybe I'll take a look at that. Yeah, it looks like those were all the ones that were free for the month in Unreal. But yeah, this is a good little mix. What I want to do here is take a look and see if that thing finished installing, which it looks like it did. So let's go and take a look and see if we can check out the Undercity and Wonderland. It's loading on my other screen, so just bear with me here. And I'm really, today's goal for myself personally is really just to kind of, I don't know, to just see different environments, see the things that I might be able to start doing some interactive sound on it as well. I might actually seriously take a look at that medieval thing and see if I can utilize that item management system and combine it with my audio inventory system. Um, so yeah, I think demos going Wonderland is a little bit. for this. And the good thing about if there happens to be any level made, it allows me to be able to be like, okay, well, all I really want to do is practice, creating, I don't know, different ambience layers for different sections of the map, or and build on smooth transitions between each layer. I want to be able to add maybe emitters to specific sections of the map where a player might like walk into a bar and they might need to hear like bar music or whatever, or bar chatter, things like that. And I think if I come on tomorrow, I think I'll focus on more of this creative sound design stuff. And there's actually some things I'm working on with a person like a little game jam project as well too, um, that I might discuss about tomorrow, not today, but today we're just gonna worry about looking for some inspiration and take a look at some things that we might be able to expand upon. I know for the audio inventory jungle, for the audio implementation jungle, sorry, that whole purpose of that project is just to kind of mess around and make new features. I actually considered making a new audio implementation jungle. Maybe this time, um, I think I still want to do it in an Unreal for now, but maybe I use Fmod instead, or maybe I use exclusive meta sounds instead. Something like that. I might consider doing in the future. Also, I hope to jump in Godot a little bit. That's gonna be more in the future though. That's something that I've been kind of eyeing for a little bit. Try, but if for the people who know me, I do typically Unreal and Wise, but trying to expand and be more comfortable. Okay, yeah, so it's still loading. As you can see, I have so many things from like all the times I've selected things. This would actually be pretty funny to if these are like models, because we could. I wanted to make like an interactive kind of. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm glad. This is why I do this, because I'm like actually coming up with ideas that I could do to do some really cool implementation. One thing I wanted to always do is like do like a music interactive thing. Be a good excuse to kind of do it. I'm gonna write that down in my personal note. Let's see this. The purpose of my oh well, actually, slide this over. And make this. I'll do the note. So a couple ideas I had. Now I'm thinking about this is I always wanted to make like like interactive music. Maybe I'll like do a song and create a MIDI track or like some kind of track for each instrument, and then I wanted to make it so that when the player interacts with one of the instruments, it plays that melody line or whatever line that they have, and then as they play more and more, it accumulates to more instruments coming together and playing. And then you can also turn them off and have them stop playing their part. I know people have done that before, but I just always wanted to do it myself, and I haven't really done it yet. I think it would be pretty simple. I probably would actually use Wise for that one, or maybe I try Fmod. Maybe I don't know, but I should try to use one of the middlewares to kind of be able to create like a music system, and then based off of the music system, I Unreal and make it interactable. Now, easy. I think I'm going to keep it Unreal. I don't for now. I think that's it for now. And then the other one was with the environment interactive player, the room app. I think it's a pretty good one. We do have the cyber map up here. I'm kind of curious how it looks like. Fine right now. I'm just gonna take a look at the map and see the actual demo part. Let me see if this is the correct. I'm just trying to get. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to make sure I looked at the right thing first. This just could be it. Actually, I'm curious. I do want something bright, so I'm not sure if that's supposed to be that way. Does it? But maybe that's. Maybe I'm not looking at something correctly. Goes down the. Oh, there it is now. Okay, like Unreal's loading, so we'll give a moment. Go back to our list. Okay, so yeah, interactive environmental levels. I think that would probably be like more like a and actually I'm gonna put it as a separate idea, but the audio implementation jungle 2.0. I think it would actually be kind of fun to do this. Because there's a couple of features I never really added to my audio implementation jungle when I was doing it. Um, Gosh, years ago. I made a shooting gallery in that one. I made some collision based, um, pretty much collision based sounds where if you threw the ball at like a pillar, it would play a certain sound. I did add some RTPCs for the waterfalls and added some occlusion as well. Again, it's a very old project though. When I was very young and doing it, so I could definitely probably make something a little better now. So I think it'd be kind of nice too as well. And then we also made some collision bushes as well too. I remember that. Added a title card actually to it. Oh, there was supposed to be some interactive ambience. So as we transition from night to day, I was going to make some Y switch states to change it from night to day. Ironically, I've done it so many times now, but haven't done it like in a personal project format. Um, that might be fun to do. So do like day and night cycle implementation. That might be a good video to make regarding that. Sorry. And then also we could do then RTPCs, waterfalls, and maybe emitters. Maybe updated shooting gallery. Maybe so with our own twist in it. Maybe. And then also I wanted to. This is like really low on the list, but Godot and Wise Fmod implement. This would definitely be like a audio implementation jungle kind of thing if I did it with Godot. Where I would just be experimenting and learning how to use that program and use that engine, I should say, and also use it within a middleware too. So those are some good ideas that I had for the technical sound design part of things that I could do. Of course, I should let me go ahead and just actually add the expanding the audio inventory system. Them adding a an item management system, and I guess just to differentiate between those two. Um, the audio inventory system really is kind of like an audio Foley system, but I call it audio inventory because you were pretty much equipping a weapon, and then the audio is reacting to which weapon. Sorry, the engine is reacting to whatever weapon that the player has, equipped on their body, and it plays the proper Foley for that weapon. I wanted to expand upon it though by having like an audio management system, so I can add equipped more weapons on the player, and it would also reflect on the different Foleys of each weapon, and would mix gradually with that. Adding the audio management system would be able to be like, okay, I can pick up multiple weapons while also putting down other weapons too. So that would be kind of like what I was thinking with that, and of course making a video regarding that too. So yeah, it was actually ironically, I think I came up with some good ideas to kind of start with really with this. Um, some of them are just ones that, of course, I'm. It's like things I could just do if I ever like look for something I need new. I think definitely starting with this. Actually, I think really starting with any of these right here. the two. I'm gonna put 2 stars for that one and 1 star for that one. Yeah, like expanding the audio inventory system, I think could be really like on top. I just have to figure out how to utilize some of the free Unreal assets and see what I can do with that. Matter of fact, what I can even do better is I could literally just take a look at that system and see how I can implement it on my own and how I can possibly, use it for my personal own system. So that might be actually a good way to kind of take a look at that. And then with audio implementation jungle, pretty much I would just do exactly what I did before with that. I just started with the blank pane, like blank surface and everything. And I literally just started from scratch, built my own world, messed around with free assets from Unreal, but then added some cool implementation things that I was able to do around the world. Yeah. We do have the project did pop up here. I'm just labeling that so I can save that later. Add it to my Trello. Now let's take a look at this. So this one will be part of more of like using the environment and the world to hope it's not freezing on you like it kind of is, but it also doesn't look as good as I'm actually looking at it. Blur. Anyways, this would be based off of the project personal project I said, where I would add like personal like emitters and different things around the map and allow the player to kind of roam around to hear the different environments. I've always wanted to do it, and I've always got close to with the audio implementation jungle, but I think having an actual map for me would be probably more better. Like, of course, there's water down here, and there's a waterfall. Not a waterfall. I think we could squeeze a waterfall somewhere there. I think so. But anyways, you just walk in and whatever. It'll be like different emitters and different little silly things are kind of going around that I could make sounds to. I thought this is like more like a castle. It's kind of like a whimsical castle. Like, just a lot of bridges and a lot of things going on. But like there's a windmill that we could add sound to. That's the exit. Well, maybe not this one. There's not a whole lot going on, but I think it would still be worth like something like this similar. If there's any. Also, there's like gonna be like a lot of things, but maybe there's some assets that come with this that I could add for like to the project to be able to add more sound to like, different objects and stuff. Um, I think that waterfall. I actually think that waterfall thing might not be a bad idea. Adding a waterfall like in the beginning here, because this trout doesn't have a water source. Okay, at least it's not as dark as the other one. I was hoping the other Undercity one wasn't as dark. Dark. Okay. So the next thing I did want to do, I actually want to take a look at the audio implementation and see what we can. It's labeled as this, of course. It was so long ago. It was back in Unreal 4. Went up and okay, but yeah, as this opens here, we're gonna take a pretty older projects, but pretty much I want to make a sequel of what I did with this. Ironically enough, it was the purpose of making it was literally just to have something that I could practice implementation with, but also kind of experiment and just have fun, really. So, kind of excited to share this. Um, I'll probably will. We're gonna ignore that for now. I'm hoping it still works because it needs the. Well, actually, I actually need to correct that. And yes, it looks very different. Old Unreal 4. I might have to actually. I realized I actually need to fix. Actually, is it really still? It can't still be there, right? Because I know. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna take a look at this. Gosh, I apologize if that was loud. Again, this is not bad. Okay. I don't think everything's gonna work either because oh, this is an older version of this project. Hold, not the right one. Not the right one. Because I bet you that thing's not back there. Ooh, if it's kind of still open it up here. While I'm thinking about it, is another thing I was thinking here. Repeater wise implementation triggering um, beeper to trigger wise gameplay. So then that was that I saw Paul do. Not find the project. I remember I made multiple and multiple ones of them because I was working, what was not working. Going through them. Oh, this is definitely the one because I see the target dummies. Yep, okay, so this is definitely the one that we had here. My gameplay. Okay, yeah, this is the one here. Let me make sure that everything's connected. Which everything should realistically work, but of course, old projects. So this was again the very first demo I ever did. So some of the implementation's a little funky, but yeah, I want to do something similar like this where I made my own like little plane, you know, made my own basic little collisions and stuff like that. This is where I added a day and night cycle. The shaders are still loading, so a little darker than you. All the lights are not working. I don't know where I'm going to fall at, so I'm afraid to get close. But you can hear the real time remote controls working a little bit on the waterfalls there. Day night cycles are pretty. I definitely want to do that if I do. Fires, the little fire here. Those gliders. Oh, are the random bird containers I made in Wise that occasionally go off. Nice floor switches. I want to make this more updated though. This is not. This is so old that there's things that just adjusted. One of these things used to turn on. Oh yeah, there it goes. I was working on making light switches, so that's why I was originally it was gonna turn on and it was gonna start like humming noise. If this still works. Let me see if I can turn off the day night cycle. Second, because I can't. Well, no, you know, let's just do that. I want to make a new one. Definitely. I think it might be nice too. I like doing these little kind of things because it kind of just helps me make the project and work on implementations I want to work on. Those actually used to make. Oh wait, actually, one of these make a car sound. I turn it off. One of them did it. Anywho, and as you can see, the footsteps switches. They still print out the little print string message hello. I was trying to make sure that it detected it properly. And there's like no time limit to this. I literally just made it like that clip. I did try to make like a time mini game out of it before. But yeah, once they break, they're broken. Funny, there's actually one that I missed. Actually, I think this might be something nice to maybe expand upon and make it a little bit better. But there's some. I think there's a lot of things that we can do. There's definitely a lot of things that we can. That I can, if I made it like a 2.0 audio implementation jungle, we could definitely improve upon. First of all, like I would want this to, maybe I should just do it now. I think that'd be. Let's just do it now. Yeah, I want. First of all, it's going to be in Unity 5.0. It's not going to be anymore, which allows us to be able to use meta sounds possibly. Launch that. I'll also be able to add some of the different project assets I had before, like the waterfalls were really cool to add. Um, of course, any of the shooting gallery stuff was really cool to add. And we can, but I think first I'll focus on creating the base. I think I actually did have a third person. Was it first person? No, it was first. Question is, do I want a third person or first person? This is gonna be called AIJ 2.0 audio implementation. Call it two, but for project settings, I will have to call it two. Not point it. It. All right. Add some cool things to the project first that we can use. I know one thing. I want to just delete all these walls real quick and all these key stuff. I kind of do want to make like a island, like a little water oasis place again, like I had it before, where it was just a bunch of water. I think so. I don't know why. I did like it. I'm gonna look at our vault here. I'm really gonna just add some of this stuff to our project. And oh, we got a problem. So some of this stuff may not be available for the updated version of Unreal. like the water planes that I have, unfortunately, it is not available for 5. So I might have to. Oh, I have another water kind of thing. It was just free, so I'm sure we can find another. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, we have water materials though. Um, let's take a look at that one. Okay. So that's the one I was able to. That's not the original one that I had before, but there's something real quick that we had. Let's see how this one looks here. I'm really just how it looks. That would do for now. I think obviously because I'm doing this, my experiment myself how to actually do stuff and make it look okay. I definitely like the older one, unfortunately, but there's a couple other things I wanted to add. So before we even get to that stuff, we'll and remove that real quick. Um, the, I should have looked at what the default thing was called. Basic wall. There it is. Okay. Basic floor might be better. There. Thicker here. One thing we're definitely not going to keep thing that wavy. And I'll label this stuff later. Oh, I probably should do it here and see. I want you to scale it to maybe a little bit too big. I'll just bring it down to like 10 more. I'm thinking I want like a building. Actually, let's just make it way. Well, let's make it way bigger because I want more interactive things inside. There you go. Little tiny stair. I'm not really concerned about scale, by the way. If anybody's asking in their head, like, does he care about scale? A little bit, not really. Um, Obviously that will just as I get assets and everything. I'm gonna leave it like that. Like this is the basic foundation of what I did before when I created audio junk. So find some other. Try to see if there's free buildings I can use. Actually, I guess I create myself run, right? Or at least like have one that like a facade. And I might make it so that once you click on the door, you actually walk in. Then that our homemade level, which is not a bad idea to learn how to do some leveling. I guess mixed living might be the right term. I'm not really sure. That sounds right. Shapes. Wait a minute. All texture. They do. Static meshes. Uh, that's okay. Okay, the planes have a different scale, so bear with me on that one. But the walls are correct and better because I think they're you can see sides, right? Hopefully. Okay. That's what I don't want. Arrows are not really. I think I may have messed up the arrows placement somehow on that one. We'll leave it as is. And again, I'll have to mess around and I want this on my personal time as well too. Kind of get it to where I want it to be. I know it's the straightness of it has went out the window. It's okay. This is the struggle of doing when it could be the rotation of it possibly because it looks like yeah. Hold up, like oh gosh, I forgot how to move faster with the camera. Does it seem like it's sitting like a little on an angle? I know they're just plain walls, but I have like just random things in this little box area right in the building, and then I want to make different sections for different like audio interactive things. Figure out the water thing later. I think it's a good stopping point now today. We had some pretty good notes that I made. What I want to do, I think where we'll start first. I'm doing I'm already doing an outside personal project, but I'll start with the audio implementation jungle first, and also expanding the audio inventory system. I think that's a good start for that there. And then we of course have some other different technical things that we can. I want to try to stream, consistently to get this happening, so that we'll have something nice to kind of do. The first thing I'm going to worry about is, of course, just building things and maybe just making different areas of implementation. We'll start with maybe collisions first. Let me actually write that down. So down collisions, sound nice. Um, and this is gonna be like a slow build thing. I really shouldn't rush to make it look pretty because the audio implementation jungle I did the first time, was not pretty and not was not meant to be pretty. It's just meant just to create something that is cool and interactive that we can kind of showcase our wonderful technical chops. Also, give me another opportunity to kind of um, share my process and everything that I did with the my implementation and everything like that. So pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna end it off here. Thank you guys for coming by and saying hi. Really do appreciate it. I might do some games later, stream later, do some games, but tomorrow I'm gonna hop on and do more implementation. Hopefully, I'll do some more implementation before I get on stream so I can kind of show you what we're going to work with. We're also going to go over some implementation of Wise and how to do that. I'm wondering if I'm wondering if I should do Fmod. But I think I'm going to do Wise because I like Wise a lot, and also for personal career expectations, I want to work in that middleware when I do anything. Anyways, we'll get to that later. Alright, well, thank you guys for coming by and saying hi. Feel free to message me on any of my socials. I'll see you guys later.